Cool. Good to go?
Good to go. I think.
That's all right, cool. So what made you want to become a life coach in the first place?
So my background is I teach yoga, and a lot of people come to you with a lot of questions, and it's personal things, and you kind of feel like a shrink at the end of the day because you have to try and solve their problems, even though I didn't feel like I was qualified and I didn't always know exactly what to say, or was I saying the right thing, because you don't want to tell someone what to do, but you want to kind of guide them in the right direction. So I had another friend that had done the course, and she's like, I think you would be really good at this, you should do this. And then at that stage I couldn't join, I wasn't in a space to do it. And then I saw Charisse advertised a course, and I was like, you know what, I feel like that's a sign, I need to get into it and just do it. Just so I can help my clients that I already have, just whether it's through class or whether I actually get them as a life coaching client. I would just be really happy to be able to get them moving forward in their life so they don't feel like they're stuck.
And also, just by the way, you can just look at me occasionally, look at the camera. When it starts.
Because I was like, I don't know where to look.
When it's time, there'll only be one or two where I'll ask you just to look directly to the camera, but for now, it's a chat. Pretend this is just another person who's on the call. But it's funny, you say that about being a yoga teacher and then having to basically become someone's shrink, right? Yeah. And it's funny because that's exactly how we got into it.
Yes, I remember Charisse saying as well.
We were trainers, and then we get to these sessions, and it's like 45 minutes in, haven't even done our warm-up. We're just, I was like, okay, there has to be some other solution.
I know, because I have one client, Katari client, and she's always talking to me about stuff, especially because I've got my education background. She's always talking about the kids. And then we do legs, and I'm like, okay, we really need to switch now because we've been doing legs for like 20 minutes and I haven't even actually done the workout.
Jaw day.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so you said, for example, you saw Charisse was advertising the program. So what made you choose our program over any others that you'd seen?
I think you guys just seem genuine. As I saw things posted by Charisse, because obviously I looked into who she was and where she's from. And I mean, the recommendation as well that someone had done it, and they seemed to be quite happy with it. And then I had my first one-on-one with Charisse, just the catch-up before I joined the course, and I don't know, I just had a really good vibe about it and just a really good feeling, so I decided to join.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be tricky sometimes with that, right? Especially it's finding any kind of experience, whether it's a coach or a course.
Yeah.
It has to match your vibe.
Yeah.
Because I find there's sometimes where it's a great course or a great coach, and from a skills perspective, but it's just not the same vibe.
No, you just don't seem to get that.
Yeah, you don't get that connection. You never have that rapport from the start, right? And what was preventing you from signing up initially, be it at that time or before? So what was preventing you, and then what was that shift that made you decide now's the time to go for it?
So for me, because I was wanting to do it about a year ago, I think mentally I just wasn't in a good space about myself. So I was doing a lot of work on my own about myself and, trying to be a better version of me. So I feel like if I'd done the course back then, it would have been more like life coaching to me rather than learning what life coaching is to give to someone else. And where this time around, there's always stuff you have to work on. There's always things that you think, I have moved on, and you haven't really covered what you need to cover to get through those emotions. But I feel like I learned more because I was already in a good headspace mentally about myself and about what I could achieve in my life. So,
like I said earlier, timing is so important, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And what were you hoping to get out of the program, and did it exceed your expectations or meet your expectations?
For me, what I wanted to get out of this program was to learn more of how to use these life coaching skills, to help people, and then to build a next part to my business, because I'm doing yoga instructing, some PTs, but I needed to extend something that's not physical, because I find now as I'm aging, you need to find income that you're not physically having to do all the time, because there's only so long I could physically teach. So I thought, well, this is a good way to do a secondary income, or it could become my main income and the yoga can be my secondary income. So that was, for me, why I wanted to do it as well. I can't remember the other part of the question, sorry.
That's okay. So I was just asking, what were you expecting to get from the program, which is that, and did you feel like the program met your expectations?
Yes, definitely. I feel like I got so much out of it. Like even just meeting people from South Africa, from here, from different nationalities, hearing their voice and how they see things, like you kind of go, oh, I haven't thought about it like this. This will help me if I'm ever coaching someone from that nationality, because we do see the world differently depending where we are from, how we were brought up. So I think it opened up my eyes a lot. All the insights you guys gave us, all the real life examples, I think all that stuff was really good. Like it really kind of hit home, and you could kind of go, okay, I can see how this would work long term.
So, awesome. Yeah. And what was your favorite part of the program?
I literally had an alarm going, your course is on today. So it was like, as soon as I got that message, I was like, yes. So actually just the joining the live sessions, I'm so gutted whenever I had to leave early or I had my class afterwards. I felt like I wasn't concentrating as much because I wanted to get as much out of it. So I think every time we kind of just had a session, because you kind of knew what was coming but didn't really know, and didn't know what was going to be the big win of the day, what would you kind of get out of it. But there was always something that you're going to go, okay, that made me think deeper, or you know what, I actually already do that, that's great. So it's kind of like that bit of a boost as well as a learning every single time.
Awesome. Yeah. And it's funny, like you bring that up, so many people say that, where it's not only about learning new things, it's also just getting that confirmation, that reinforcement that, okay, I'm doing this and it's the right thing to do, right? That's amazing. Mm-hmm. And how did the program, because we'll go two questions here, like in terms of how did the program affect your confidence as a coach, will be second. But first, how did the program impact you personally?
The program impacted me personally by actually wanting to be even better in myself. Like, because there's no point coaching other people to improve themselves and to reach those goals. But I wanted to do that for myself as well, like, because obviously this is also another part for me to build my business, so it kind of motivated me to be better so I can be better for someone else.
Beautiful, that's awesome. Now, were there any personal breakthroughs that you felt you had in your personal life as you went through it, particularly like the first 8 weeks?
For me personally, I think because I have this imposter syndrome, which we worked on in our coaching sessions, it kind of, I knew it was there and I knew it's silly, like, you know, you can tell yourself it's a silly thing, but it kind of just, I really could just go, you know what, stop. You have done so much, you have so much to give, you have so much knowledge, like you actually just need to believe in yourself. So it kind of, I got a lot of that kind of believing in myself again, which was quite good.
Beautiful, that's awesome. And how did the program impact your confidence to coach other people?
I think now when I walk into my yoga classes, like anything, I feel even more confident, even though I knew I was going to get through the session, I could do it easily. There was days where you're like, ugh, what am I doing today? But now I feel like I just walk in, and if someone has a question, I'm like, you know what, I can help you. So it's kind of like just that boost of like a different energy. And I remember the other day, because the clients ask you, oh, how are you doing today? I'm like, I'm amazing, I'm doing great. And then one of the ladies like, she's always doing great these days, she's always amazing. So I was like, okay, that's a good compliment, because it means that I've got my positive energy back and like that vibe that you want your clients to have.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I love to hear that. And if you don't mind just looking at the camera specifically just for this camera question, that we spoke about it before, it's only one question.
I was like, where do I look?
So what would you say to someone who's considering doing this program, but they're on the edge, they haven't taken it yet, they haven't made the decision? What would you say to them?
I think take the step and chat to Rory or chat to Charisse. Just have that first initial one-on-one. They will guide you kind of through a little coaching session, and it definitely kind of opens up your eyes to what this could be possibly for your future.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Last few. We still under the 15-minute mark. That was my cap. That was my last step I could go. And like I said, please, just as honest as possible, what can we do better next time? Like, how could we make this experience better?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I really don't have anything that I felt like, oh, you should have done it like this or that. If I think of something, I will let you know in email.
Perfect. And if you could just describe your experience in 3 words.
Absolutely amazing. That's 2 words, but short and sweet.
That's awesome.
Don't even need 3. Average.
Last question for real. Right? I should look into the camera for this. I'd like to just say who you are, what you do, and what you want to give to the world.
My name is Elsje, and I'm a yoga teacher. And my big vision for my life, or my mission for my life actually, is just to help people to get better in their own life, not because they're bad, just to feel that kind of energy. Now, can I start again? I don't know. This is like, yeah. God.
We have a blooper section.
I feel like I know what I want to say, but it's not coming out. Because see, this is where I'm putting under the spot. When you just ask me questions, I'm like, la 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 la.
I noticed it exactly. You were absolutely fine from this. I saw the notes.
See, this is where I'm like, yeah, this is a personal thing. Yes.
You're talking to us.
Let's pretend you're talking. I'll put my face here.
Okay, can you ask me the question again?
Sure.
Thanks.
So, think of it like this.
And breathe.
Just introduce yourself to the camera. So, for example, I would say, I'm Rory, I'm a life coach and personal trainer, and I really just want to help driven people become the best versions of themselves so they can achieve what they want. Something like that.
Okay. Hi, my name is Elsje, and I'm a yoga instructor. My mission is to help as many people as I can for a better life in themselves, where they feel confident and happy and just get this glow about them.
Amazing.
Not so bad.
No, I was like,
It's so funny. I literally saw the shift in
Yeah.
you from that question.